Hello, thank you for listening. In this video, I just want to share about Alzheimer's disease, which I mentioned earlier that I would like to, I'll explain it in another video. So, um, for we have memory conditions. So, Alzheimer's disease is one of them. Alzheimer's disease is an irreversible, progressive brain disorder. So, it destroys memory and thinking and eventually leads to the inability to do even the simplest of tasks. So, Alzheimer's disease starts off with usually anterograde amnesia. This means that there is a difficulty in forming uh, new memories after an injury. So, at this point where injury occurs, so new memories a person cannot remember, can only remember the older memories. So this will eventually progress to retrograde amnesia. So retrograde amnesia means that if this is the onset of the disease or the injury, the person will have difficulty assessing memories before, means retro before in the past, things cannot remember. So eventually, in Alzheimer's disease, the person cannot remember anything, old things or new things. So the risk factor for Alzheimer's disease is increase in cholesterol, increase in blood pressure, smoking, obesity, and type 2 diabetes. Then there's another kind of amnesia. There are altogether three kinds of memory conditions. So in infantile amnesia means that a person cannot remember things clearly or accurately before 3 years old. That means all the childhood things before 3 years old, a person cannot remember. The the explicit memories of this person that has of childhood before 3 years old are actually the verbal and conscious form of memory that is formed after 2 years old. Yeah. And most of it is actually informed by the parents. So in psychogenic amnesia, this means that a person has experienced a traumatic event, and this, because it's so painful, the person will actually have a loss of memory and important personal information of that stage. The brain will block the ability to recall the event so that the person don't experience the pain anymore. So that's called psychogenic amnesia. So to have healthy memory, right, we need to have sleep, sufficient sleep, eat omega-3 fatty acid, take antioxidants like fruits, vegetables, take vitamin B, and exercise. To improve our memory, we can rehearse, do self-test, make our material meaningful, like form stories, retrieve cues from what we have learned, like using flashcards, use mnemonics to help us to remember things, chunk big information into smaller pieces, more bite-sized to remember and understand, have create acronyms, use rhymes, and also interleaving is like don't do back-to-back study of the same subjects. And like things like sharing what I've learned in a video form to verbally explain and let myself hear my own voice, what I have studied and I learned is also part of my learning technique to help me convert things that I've learned from short-term memory into long-term memory. And thank you very much for being a part of my revision. Thank you for listening. Bye.